charged with an offence and would like more information than just the charge sheet, you have the right to ask for full disclosure. This is all the evidence the prosecution intends using at your trial, as well as the evidence it has but does not intend to use if that evidence could assist your defence. It is strongly recommended that you ask the prosecution for disclosure.
And they'll just tell me? Well, that's cool.
There's a fee, $53.90.
Wish I hadn't spent all my money on this suit.
If you're asking for disclosure, it must be in writing, either a letter sent to police prosecution or an email. At your first appearance in court, the charge is read out so that it is clear what you are charged with. Usually you are not required to enter a plea. Basically, you have three options. 1, ask that the case be adjourned to a later date so that you can obtain legal advice or work more on preparing your case. Or 2, plead guilty and the court will try to finalise the matter on that day. Or 3, tell the magistrate that you intend to plead not guilty. The matter will usually be adjourned for a hearing on another date.
I'd like an adjournment so I can have some disclosure. Eh? How's that? 2 lawyer words. 1 sentence.
When the time comes for you to enter a plea, it means the magistrate is asking whether you intend to plead guilty or not guilty.
I knew that.
Yes! When working out whether to plead guilty or not guilty, you need to think about a few things.
Do the police have evidence to prove their case beyond reasonable doubt? Was there more than one police officer present at the time of the offence? Is there CCTV footage? Do you have witnesses who can corroborate your version of events? Are the witnesses reliable? Were you and all your witnesses sober, stoned, or out on bail at the time of the offence? Is the evidence accurate? If you plead guilty to a minor offence, such as a traffic infringement or offensive behaviour, you'll usually get a fine, conviction, and/or community service. More serious offences, such as assault, or where you have a prior record, may result in a suspended sentence or prison.
I like the sounds of community service. I can hang out in town. People need to know where to get some good gear. I can give them directions.
By gear you mean clothes?
Of course.
If you decide to plead guilty, you are pleading guilty to the charges outlined on the charge sheet.
Obviously.
If you enter a plea of guilty, the magistrate will ask the police prosecutor to outline the facts of the case. After the prosecutor has done this, the prosecutor also tells the magistrate of any prior offences you have committed and any injury, loss or damage resulting from the offence.
But what about all the good stuff I've done?
Following the police prosecutor, you can present any facts or other relevant information in mitigation or lessening of the penalty.
I once made a cake that was in the Royal Hobart Show.
You should say things that might reduce the severity of the sentence imposed. Factors that the court is interested in hearing include that you are sorry for the offence, that you have helped the victim, for example, paying for the medical costs after punching someone, that you have undertaken any rehabilitation program or are prepared to undertake a rehabilitation program, an anger management course, or a drug and alcohol treatment course, your income, your family circumstances. Do you have a partner or children? Whether you are employed.
I wonder if being employed is a plus or a minus. I've been thinking about a career as a male model.
If you plead not guilty, a date will be set for trial.
A trial, eh? That sounds serious. I'd like to know more about that.
As you wish, Mr. Little. As you wish.